Hi everybody, I hope you can hear me. I hope things are great. I'm working at a little bit of a delay, so that's throwing me off a tiny little bit, but I'm going to get started. So happy you could join me. I hope you have 2 firm pillows, 2 blankets or 2 towels. I also have a yoga block here, but that is completely optional. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. We've got a couple of minutes before we get started. If you like, you can send me a little comment in the comment section just below the picture on your screen. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know that you're there. And welcome. So happy to be here. So happy I was able to make this happen. Fingers crossed everything's working on your end. And get ready to relax. Do some wonderful restorative yoga. Now, if this is your first ever restorative yoga experience, we are going to spend a full hour on the floor. There is no up and down in this class. We use the pillows, the blankets, the blocks to hold you in the yoga pose. So the yoga pose holds you. You don't hold the yoga pose in a restorative yoga class. Your job is to focus on letting go and trusting the supports that are holding you so you can completely relax, release all the tension from your body, and really benefit from softening. It also has this wonderful effect of reducing the stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, those fight or flight hormones that set your nervous system into high alert. We're going to let go of that today as much as we possibly can. So here we are. I think it's time to get started. Today, my favorite way to begin a yoga class, let's start lying down. Lie all the way back on your mat. Make sure you're comfortable. I'm just going to push the pillows out of the way so I've got lots of room. Take a moment to adjust yourself and really settle in. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. And as you exhale, just feel yourself sink into the floor beneath you. If you're outside, oh my gosh, lucky you. Couple more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now let's just start with a little bit of movement here into the fingers and toes. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. It's early. It's Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, everybody. And just rotate your wrists and your ankles. Now bring your hands to your sides, palms turned down, right beside your hips. Relax your legs. Just let your legs and hips feel really heavy. Now as you take your breath in, sweep your arms up and over until the backs of your hands touch the floor overhead. Have a little bit of a stretch as you hold your breath for a second, and then exhale, bring your hands back to your sides. Do that again. Breath in, all the way up and over. And breath out, all the way back, hands beside your hips. One more time. Breath in. Stretch. And breath out. Bend your knees one at a time. Place your feet on the floor. Feet are hip distance apart here. Just kind of let your knees wiggle from side to side, getting a little bit of a warm up into the hips and into the lower back as well. Just letting your legs feel heavy as they wave in. Now bringing your knees into your chest. Just hold the fronts of your knees. Now wave, go from side to side. All right, just a little bit of a sway. And now circles with the knees. Feel the pressure and the massage all around the sacrum in the lower back. Go the other way. Now hands to the backs of your knees, backs of your thighs. Bring your knees wide and really hug your knees in towards your armpits. Kind of feel your belly and your rib cage just to your inner thighs. That's how wide your knees are. Anchor your shoulders, backs of your arms down into the floor, into your yoga mat. And just let your legs feel heavy. Feel those long, steady, even breaths. Take a moment here to engage your lower belly with your breath. You can really feel it against your thighs. So as you take your breath in, feel the lower belly press into the thighs. And as you exhale, feel the belly release. Feel the lower back sink down into the floor. Do that for a couple more breaths. Now bring your knees back to center. Just release your grip slightly. Get ready. We're going to swing up. Just a nice swing up. Might take a couple of tries. Swinging all the way up. Hands continue to be at the back of your knees. Feet firmly planted. You're anchored to the mat. You're not going anywhere. We're staying on the floor today. Now as you inhale, really lengthen through the upper body. Push the sits bones down into the floor. Bring the gaze upwards. Put a little space between your chin and your chest. As you exhale, lean back. Tuck your chin in. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Kind of roll onto your sacrum. Breath in, lifting up. Gazing upwards. Exhale. Chin tucks. Roll onto the sacrum. Shoulder blades spread wide. 2 more times. Gosh, that's a good stretch in the morning. Long through the upper body. And exhaling, big stretch. Compression through the vertebrae here. 1 more time. And bringing yourself tall. Legs straight out in front now. Just a little bit of a forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, come far enough forward your hands land on your shins, on your knees, on the floor, whatever is available to you. Stay long through the upper body. Try not to collapse through the rib cage and shoulders. Stay tall. Take another breath. And as you exhale, just slowly bow forward, just enough to feel the beginnings of a stretch in the lower back and the back of the legs. Breathe. One more breath. I'm really looking forward to this restorative yoga class, to be honest. Let's press up. Now getting ready for our first restorative yoga pose, child's pose. For this, you might need both of your pillows or one pillow or no pillow. It is up to you and your level of comfort. You have to choose what your body feels comfortable with. So I've got both my pillows here. Mine are 2 different sizes, so that makes it a little trickier. So knees wide, pillow kind of tucked between your knees, and just come down, one hand to the outsides of the pillow or pillows, and bring yourself down into your child's pose. Now place hand on top of hand, turn your head to the right. Just let your left temple rest on the back of your hands. Just sink in as best you can. Taking a few breaths here. Letting your hips feel heavy. Let your head feel heavy, especially the back of your head. Try to soften through the neck so that you're not working against the twist in the vertebrae in the neck, but going with it. Then bring your awareness to the lower belly and once again engage the lower belly for each breath. Right? Deep belly breaths, it's been proven scientifically, help to really relax you and reduce stress. Relieves anxiety. We'll take a couple more breaths. Now lift your head and turn all the way to the left this time, bringing your right temple to the back of your hands, and then sinking in once again. Even closing your eyes can help you relax. It just feels safe somehow. The outer world goes away a little bit, and you can focus on you, focus on your breath. That's your purpose right now. Feel the comfort of your breath moving through you. Feel the weight of your body like a weighted blanket. Comfortable, safe. Notice the sounds around you. Feel yourself begin to quiet. Taking one more long deep breath. And as you exhale, really sink into your child's pose here. Feel the lower back release, the hips get a little bit heavier. Shoulders softening. Now bring your head to center. And slowly press up. Bringing yourself off the pillows. Getting ready for our next pose. We're going to do a supported twist. So place one pillow to the right side of your mat. Bend your knees, place the other pillow between your knees. Roll down. Arms out to the sides, backs of the hands resting on the floor, hands in line with your shoulders. Now take a breath. And as you exhale, just roll onto the outer right hip and let your right knee rest on the pillow to the right side of your mat. Left knee is resting on the pillow between your knees. Really heavy here. Now, if you feel you want to twist deeper, the first pillow to remove is the one on the right side of the mat. Just slide it off. And if you need to go deeper still, you can go ahead and remove the pillow from between your knees. It is up to you. You choose. Now, once you find the right degree of twist for you, for your body, roll your head to the left. Just let your chin tuck in towards your left shoulder. I encourage you here to close your eyes. I really want you to focus on releasing the right hip and the outer right thigh, sinking into the support under the right side of the body. As you release your breath, release the right side. Now do the same thing with the left leg. As you exhale, just let it feel really heavy on top of the support beneath the left thigh. It might be your right leg. It might be the pillow that you've got nestled between your knees. Now again, this time with the shoulders and arms. A breath into the belly and exhaling, releasing. Bring all your breath to your shoulders. Release your breath, release the shoulders. Arms and hands feel very heavy. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And now one more time, the back of the head. You can feel the spot just to the left of the back of your head where it's resting on the floor, that heavy spot. Focus there for a moment. Take your breath and exhale into the heavy spot in the back of your head. Relax the jaw, relax the back of the neck. Feel the full weight of your body. Aware of the complete flow of every breath. Linger in your breath. Linger in the sensations of your body. The softness, the comfort. How wonderful it feels to slow down. Every once in a while, just scan your body. Notice if any tension has crept in anywhere. And release it with your breath out. We'll take one more long, deep breath. Maximize the softness in your exhale. Now bring your head to center. Use the outside edge of your right foot to push into the floor. That's your leverage spot. And bring your knees back to center. Getting ready to move to the other side this time. So you need your large pillow, or one of your pillows, I should say, place to the left side of your mat. The other pillow between your knees. Never assuming that both sides of the body will respond in exactly the same way. Start at the beginning and then modify from there. Arms out to the sides, backs of the hands resting on the floor. This helps to open up through the shoulders here. And when you're ready, use your exhalation to just slowly bring your knees over to the left, resting on the pillow to the left first. If you want to go deeper, the first pillow you remove is the one to the left side of your mat. And if you want to go deeper still, you remove the pillow from between your knees. I'm going to keep mine, I think. Now, once you've found the degree of the twist that's right for you, so both shoulders are on the floor. When you roll to the left, it's important that the right shoulder stays connected to the floor. As soon as the right shoulder starts to pull off the mat, you need a little support underneath your knees. Now roll your head to the right. Let your chin tuck in towards your right shoulder just slightly. Take a breath or two just to connect the belly with your breath. Once you feel the smooth movement of your belly with every single breath, and your mind is focused on your breath, begin to connect to the sensations in your body. Starting with the left hip, outer left thigh. As you exhale, just soften the left hip, left thigh, sink into the floor below. Now the shoulders and the arms. So legs are heavy, shoulders, arms heavy, feeling very grounded from the shoulders all the way down to your feet. Now bring your mental attention to the heavy spot to the right side of your skull. Focus there. Deepen your breath just ever so slightly. And as you exhale, feel the heaviness. Head heavy, jaw relaxes, no tightness in the throat at all. Don't worry if your legs twitch or your shoulders twitch. That's good. That means what you're doing is working. You're letting go. Feel those little muscle fibers releasing. So it feels like you're sinking a little deeper with each breath. Keep your mind with your body, with your breath. Try not to let it wander. Stay completely focused on your own well-being. Take a couple more breaths. Focus on making yourself a little bit heavier if you can. Now getting ready to come out to transition into our next restorative pose. Let's roll the head to center. Press into the floor with the outside edge of your left foot to bring your knees to center. If you're using a pillow between your knees, just place it off to the side for a moment. Adjust yourself so you feel square on your hips, square on your shoulders, back in alignment. Feet shoulder distance apart. Just getting a little bit of movement in here to help release the back a little bit more. Hands down, turned down, palms to the floor beside your hips. And as you take a breath in, I want you to sweep your arms up and over, and at the same time, just gently lift the hips up. Hands touch overhead, backs of the hands resting on the floor, and then exhaling, coming back down. Hands to your sides, hips rest back on the floor. Do that 2 more times. A breath in, arms sweep up and over, hips lift just slightly. Try to lift by pressing the soles of the feet into the floor rather than squeezing through the buttocks. And 1 more time. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And just hold the backs of your knees. Bring your knees wide. Now press the soles of your feet up to the floor, but keep a bend in the back of your knees. The biggest bend you can manage, 90 degrees if possible. Now bring your elbows to the insides of your knees and reach up. You can reach for your ankles. You can take your index finger and your middle finger and hook your big toes if that's reachable for you. Or you can even reach for the outside edges of your feet. Now, how do you know where to grab? Well, you want to keep the shoulders connected to the floor. You don't want the shoulder blades pulling away from the floor. So happy baby pose here in restorative yoga. Take a breath. And as you exhale, think about drawing the shoulder blades down, lengthening through the lower back, feeling the heavy spot at the back of the head, the shoulders, back of the hips. Notice the rise and fall of your belly with your breath. Not just noticing it with the belly, but noticing because you can feel your belly pressing and releasing into and out of your thighs with every single breath in and breath out. Part your teeth slightly to relax the jaw. And then disconnect the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Really soften through the throat here. There's no reason to hold on. You've got just enough grip with your hands to hold you in place, nothing more. No death grip. Nothing here is life or death. It's about taking care of yourself, focusing on you, focusing on your breath. We'll take a couple more breaths here. I don't want to stay here too long. Got a couple more poses to get to. And our time is limited, unfortunately. So I'm going to take 2 more breaths. Use your exhalation to really sink into the 4 corners of your back. That's your shoulders and your hips. Just feel the weight of your legs helping you push and connect to the mat a little bit more. And then release your hands from wherever you're holding on to, ankles, feet, toes. Bring your knees to center. Gently roll onto your right side. Use your right arm to support your head and neck. Stay here for 1 full breath. And press yourself up. Coming into a supported cobbler pose this time. So I'm going to use both of my pillows behind me. Both of my blankets to the sides of the mat. I've got them rolled up. If you don't have blankets, towels will do. To the sides of my mat. So I'm sitting right up against the pillows. The idea is to lie back against the pillows and use the rolled blankets or towels to support the outsides of the knees. Now, even if you don't think you need support for the backs of your knees or your lower back, I encourage you to use it. It will really help you relax a little bit more. So feet together, knees bent, and just let your knees fall wide, soles of the feet coming together. I'm a little off center here. There we go. Adjust the blankets until they're where you think the right support is, where you need. Farther out is less support. Farther in towards your hips is more support. I think that's good. My knees are just resting lightly on the blankets. Now use support. Place your hands beside your hips and just slowly bring yourself down onto the pillows. Oh, yeah. If you can, turn your palms up and let the backs of your hands rest on the floor. That really helps you open up through the shoulders here. Make sure your head is placed comfortably. Adjust the blankets if you need to. Remember, it's all about feeling safe. If you feel like you need support behind your knees, it's really important to find the right level. Because if you don't, you'll be tensing through the inner thighs and creating more tension and tightness rather than letting go. So take a couple of moments just to find, your Goldilocks comfort zone. It's just right. And then close your eyes. Backs of the hands resting on the floor. Engage the lower belly with your breath, those belly breaths that help us de-stress, reduce the stress hormones in the body. Really letting the endocrine system also come to rest. Once you feel yourself softening, just guide your breath through your body. So bring your attention to the soles of your feet. Feel where the soles of the feet are connected to each other. And just relax the feet, relax the ankles. Notice where your knees feel supported. And as you exhale, just sink into the support on the outsides of the knees. The hips now. Let the hips feel heavy. Sink in with your breath out. Bring your awareness to your lower back. That spot that's connected just to the very lowest spot of the pillow. Release into the pillow. Feel the muscle fibers letting go of the sacrum. Now the front of the rib cage. As you inhale, really expand through the belly and rib cage. And exhale, feel the embrace as the rib cage draws in. Shift your awareness to the back of the rib cage. As you inhale, feel the back of the rib cage pressing into the pillow. And then exhaling, the front of the body sinking into the back of the body, sinking into the support beneath you. Feel the backs of the hands heavy on the floor. Feel the softness of your palms. And let your fingers just be limp. With your next exhalation, let the arms feel really heavy, the heaviest they've ever been. Use the weight of the arms to just gently pull the shoulders wide, feeling the lift and the rise with your breath in right into your heart. And exhaling from the heart out to the shoulders, connecting the shoulder blades to the pillow below. Releasing the tongue from the roof of your mouth to soften the throat. Parting your jaw to release through the back of the neck. Back of the head is heavy. Releasing the tightness around the eyes and across the forehead. Feel the openness through your whole body. From the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. Let your breath flow freely here. Couple more breaths. Focus on keeping mind and body and breath together. Now slowly coming back, open your eyes if they happen to be closed. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Little movements with your hands and feet. Now reach for your knees. Support your knees as you bring them back to center. And then slowly bring yourself away from the pillow. Sitting tall. Now we're going to use these pillows again. So just placing my towels off to the side for a moment, blankets, towels, whatever. I'm going to turn and face my pillows. Coming to a side saddle position. So the pillows are right up against my left hip in this case. One hand to either side of the pillows. Anchoring my hip that's on the floor, letting my top knee just slide off wherever it feels comfortable. Now coming down onto the pillows. Place hand on top of hand, forehead on the back of your hands. Focus on stretching and lengthening through the top side of the rib cage and releasing down into the bottom of the rib cage. Trust the pillows to support you. Feel the heaviness on the supporting hip. Feel the long line from the top hip to your shoulder. Now sink in. You can look in the same direction that your knees are turned, but as your body releases and the top side of the body lengthens, you can turn to rest your forehead on the back of your hands. You can even take a couple of breaths here. Again, as the body lengthens and releases, you can even turn to look away, looking in the opposite direction of your knees. But if this is causing you tension or tightness, bring it back. It's not about pushing yourself here, it's about being comfortable and sinking in. I'm going to look in the same direction as my knees are pointing because this is just the most comfortable thing ever right now. Now here there's an uneven opening in the rib cage. So think about drawing your breath evenly into both sides of the rib cage here to maximize the stretch on the top side, but not to make the underside do all the work. Relax the shoulders. Now do the 3-part yogi breath. As you inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And as you exhale, release the chest, the ribs, and the belly. We'll do this for 3 more breaths. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. 1 more breath to go. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Let go of control of your breath now. Relax the shoulders. That's where tension builds in this particular pose. Sink into the pillows and breathe. And stay here for 3 more breaths. Just linger in your breath. Feel the sensations in your body. Feel the weight on the underside, the length and space on the open side. Slowly coming up now, lift your head first. Place your hands down for support, and then use your hands to push yourself up. Now you can keep the pillows where they are and switch over to the other side. I'm going to switch the pillows to the other side. So sitting side saddle to your pillows, your hips right up against the pillows here. One hand to either sides of the pillows. Just slowly lower yourself down. Come one hand on top of the other. Head comes down to rest. Check in. Feel the long stretch on the upper side of the body, the top side. If you want to deepen your twist, you can rotate, bringing your forehead to your hands. Remember to relax the shoulders. If you notice tension creeping in, that's where you need to stop and breathe. You can look in the same direction that your knees are pointing. You can bring your forehead to the back of your hands, or you can look in the opposite direction. If you feel yourself pushing into the pillow, it means the rotation is too deep. You need to be able to sink into the pillow and really relax through the shoulders. I'm going to look in the same direction as my knees. Then close your eyes so you can really focus on how you're feeling. Feel the heaviness on your right hip. Feel the long stretch on the top side of the body. For me, that's my left hip to my left shoulder. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Relax the jaw. Connect to the belly with your breath. Start to engage the rib cage so you feel the breath drawing equally into both sides. And now practice the 3-part yogi breath for 4 breaths. So inhaling into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. One more 3-part yogi breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Let go of the control of your breath. Let your breath flow freely. Sink into the support beneath you. Feel yourself trust completely. Take 3 more breaths here. Now slowly bring your head to center. So lifting your head, bringing it to center. Place your hands to the outsides of the pillows. Use your hands to support you as you press up and swing your legs around. I'm going to take one pillow away. I'm finished with that pillow. Getting ready now for a supported fish pose. Now this might be, this is a pretty big pose. It's our last restorative pose before we come into full Shavasana. Yay. So take your rolled blanket, your rolled towel, place it to the base of your spine. Both legs supported by one pillow, or 2 if you prefer. I'm going to go with 1. Now use your hands for support to bring yourself down onto the towel. You want your spine on the towel. So a supported fish pose can be scary. You feel the support at the back of your neck, but the back of your head, the top of your head, comes down to the floor. Oh, I'm not quite in the right spot. So I need to curl my chin towards my chest, slowly press up, and scoop a little farther back. I didn't quite have the towel at my tailbone. So now I'm lying back. Now if this is too scary for you, if you feel dizzy at all or lightheaded, you can go ahead and have the blanket longer so that the back of your head feels supported. But I'm going to stay right here. So let your hips feel heavy. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Backs of your hands resting on the floor, so you're really open. So we're getting a big opening here through the rib cage, through the shoulders, the throat, and really relaxing the jaw. Feel grounded from your tailbone to the crown of your head, right? Chakra 1 through chakra 7. While the other chakras, the sacrum, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, are wide open. So the root chakra, that's where we feel safe. That's where we feel that all our needs are met. Grounded right there. The sacrum, the second chakra, right at the core of the pelvis. That's where all your wants and desires are. So just let that be open right now. Think about all your dreams possibly being fulfilled. Now just above the belly button, between the belly button and the bottom of the rib cage is the solar plexus. That's the source of your personal power. You are strong. That's why you take care of yourself, to maintain your strength, to optimize your health. Now above the solar plexus, of course, at the center of the sternum, is the heart. Connecting to the love you have for yourself, for others. Realizing in this crazy time that we are all in this together, and it is compassion and empathy that will get us through this. Now at the base of the throat, wide open throat chakra, chakra number 5. Keeping this open so you can speak your truth. Able to say when something's not right, when something doesn't sit well with you. But connected to the heart, so speaking in a way that is kind and compassionate. Now the 6th chakra, right between the eyebrows, the 3rd eye, open. You're able to see how healthy you will be in a year from now, a week from now, surrounded by family, in whatever life you can imagine. The crown chakra, named because it's at the crown of the head. Here, grounded, you have a firm sense of who you are, holding on to your identity and your true self. Take a long, deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Sink into the support of the blanket beneath you. Really feel the support behind you. Now just bend your knees, bring your feet onto the pillow that's under your legs, and just lean to the right, just enough to roll off your blanket. Now slide your blanket out from underneath you, and then come back onto your shoulders. Stretch your legs out onto the pillow once again, coming into the final Shavasana, the final relaxation pose. Arms at your sides. Place your hands in such a way that the backs of your hands are resting on the floor, and you feel really open and free in the front of your body. Maximize your connection to the support below you. Feel the support at the base of your skull, the back of your shoulders, your arms, your hands, the back of the rib cage, lower back, and hips. just let the weight of your body just envelop you like a heavy blanket. Safe, secure, completely at peace, completely at ease with who you are and where you are. Linger with your breath. Try not to control it, but simply let it flow. Really languish in the feeling and the sensation of heaviness. Couple more breaths. Now just start to slowly bring yourself back. No sudden movements here. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, your hands and feet. Rotate your wrists and ankles, feeling yourself just beginning to return. Have a bit of a stretch. Because what else are you going to do on Canada Day, right? Feels so good. Bend your knees one at a time. Bring your feet to the floor or to the pillow. Gently roll onto your right side. We're going to stay on the right side here for 2 breaths today because we've been down on the floor for quite some time. As I said, no sudden movements. Slowly press up. We're going to sit tall. You can sit on your towel, your blanket, your pillow, whatever feels comfortable to you. Hands together at the heart. Eyes softly closed. Taking a moment to feel grateful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. May all beings be at peace. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.